Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Robert Walken and welcome back to another Vegas Pro 16 tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to do an outro for cards and end screen annotations basically. Now you may have seen on my channel I do this, you may have seen on my main channel I do this. I'm going to show you the method I use for my main channel because it's a little bit more complicated, it looks a little bit nicer I personally think. So basically guys, here we have a video from my main channel. It's basically a video of when I went to Keswick with my friends, and this is where I'm wanting the video to end.
He's just stealing the forest.
Right there. So now, the three things that I usually have on screen, guys, the three things I usually have in the video for the outro is a background, which is going to be blurred out, so it kind of just adds this nice background. You'll understand what I mean more when you see it. We'll have some text on screen saying subscribe to more, or whatever you want it to say. I sometimes make it a bit random and say like subscribble for mibble, or just whatever. It doesn't usually make sense, but that's just because I don't usually make sense anyway. And then some music in the background. Now, I'm going to start with the music to make things a little bit easier here. I already have my music in my project media, which is just this song here. Now guys, the best way I can recommend finding some good music for your channel for the outro is simply going on YouTube. So you can type it in here and then click on YouTube. I'm sure you know how to get on YouTube, you're already on YouTube. Then type in whatever genre you want. You can see here I've typed in drum and bass. And then type in no copyright. If you search, look for songs which say no copyright or something along those lines, free to use in YouTube videos, stuff like that. Or you can go to this YouTube channel here called No Copyright Sounds. I'll try and leave the link in the description if I remember, and you can get their music from any of their videos and use that in your videos. Now if you are wanting to download a YouTube video to use in your videos, the way you do this is by having the video open in a browser, and just where the URL is up here, you want to type in SS before the YouTube but after the dot. If you hit enter, it'll take you to this page here where you can download the video by hitting that button and then hitting the download here, and then that'll download it and you can use the music from that. Now just going back into Vegas here, I've already got my music. I'm going to drag and drop that in. Now it will create a video track as well as the music track. Now I don't need the video track, and I'm just going to zoom out so I can double check. Yeah, there's nothing on this track, so I'm just going to right click in this blank space on this track and I'm going to click delete track, like so. And I'm going to want kind of a drop in the song, and that's going to be when the outro actually starts. So I'm just looking at the audio spikes here to see when something looks like it's happening. Now we can see it is a bit more dull here, and then it looks like it gets a bit more intense here, maybe a drop here, so we're going to play it here and have a listen. Now I've just realised I've got on a track which is increased by 12 decibels, so that was really loud. I'm going to move on to the track below, just so I can actually hear what's going on. Quick tip guys, if you have got lots of tracks in a video like this, if you click on here, you can then click minimize and it'll just kind of get them out of the way a bit, so it's a bit easier to see what you're doing. I'm also going to move these tracks down, so I've got this one here in line. So I've just been actually playing around with the music here, and at the beginning there's a part I quite like. I'll play it from here so you can hear it. So that's the moment I'm going to want the outro to start. And as you've seen guys, it was this little audio spike here. So I'm going to hold down there and just try and align that audio spike with the end of my video. I'm going to zoom in a bit here and just align it up a little bit more, like so. And you can see that spike is exactly where the video cuts off. So now if I play it,
He's just stealing the forest.
Perfect. So now I'm going to edit that audio a bit. I'm going to add a cut right here on the end of the audio. I'm then going to drag the second part of the audio over the first part, so we'll get this nice smooth little transition here. And what this allows me to do is actually turn down the audio on the first clip by using this bar here. And then let's have a play of that.
He's just stealing the forest.
And you can hear it makes my voice a little bit more clear when I'm talking before actually cutting to the music. Last thing I'm going to do with the audio here is just fade the beginning quite a bit here, so I'll have a smooth kind of build into the song.
No.
So if you could hear there, the music kind of built up a bit, and then it gets to the drop. Now guys, the next part I want to do is add some sort of background here for the cards to go on top of. Now I quite like this little video clip here of my friend Callum dancing in the background. So I'm going to simply copy this clip and I'm going to paste it. And now that I've got this footage, I'm going to hit U on my keyboard and I'm going to hit delete on the audio track because I don't need the audio off that clip. And I'm also going to move the clip back a bit so it's in line with the end of the clip, also in line with that audio spike. And then just to make it look a bit nicer, I'm going to make the video fade in, or the clip fade in a bit, just by dragging it over by a few frames on this clip here. Now it's a really fast fade, but that's all we need, and you'll see why in a bit. Now this is where you have to take notice of how long your outro is. The cards on YouTube only allow up to 20 seconds from the end of the video, I believe, so you don't want your card section to be more than 20 seconds long. So if we look at the timestamp on here, we can see we're about 8 minutes and 4 seconds in. So I want to kind of end about 8 minutes and 24 seconds, which is around about here. So I'm just going to place a marker a little bit before that, just to kind of ensure I am within that time frame. Now from here to here, if I place a loop, this is the area we've got to fill in with footage. And as you can see, this video clip here isn't as long as that. So what I'm going to do is copy the video clip using Control-C, select next to it, Control-V and paste it, and then make them touch. And then I'm going to do that one more time over here. And then make the last two clips touch there. And then where this marker is, I'm just going to cut the video and delete the end off. While I'm doing that, I'm also going to cut the audio off at the end and delete that. So then it ends there. Now, if we play this here, you'll be able to see there's a clear change between the clips. Just like that. That's not what we want. We're going to click on this second clip. We're going to right click and we're going to choose reverse. So now if you play it from here, it looks like a smooth transition in the next clip, even though it's just really the same clip reversed. And then this last clip here at the end, I'm going to add a bit of a fade out. Now the last thing I want to do to these clips is I want to add some blur. So I'm going to go to the video effects here. I'm going to search plugins. I'm going to type in Gaussian blur. Just give Vegas a minute to catch up here. So here's Gaussian blur. If we click on that, you want to just drag the default blur onto each of those clips you have. So I've got 3, so I'm just going to drag it 3 times. When this window pops up, you can either do some adjustments, but I'm perfectly fine with the way it looks, so I'm just dragging it onto all the clips, even this little end one here. Now if we play that from the beginning,
he's just stealing the forest.
So that's what we've got so far, really basic. Last thing I want to do is add some text saying subscribe for more. So I'm just going to look for an empty video track here that I'm not using. I can see I've got one here, so I'm just going to right click on this video track and click insert text media. If you don't have a video track, just create a new one, it's perfectly fine, and then you can use that, as long as it's above the background clips. Now what you want to do here, guys, is simply type subscribe for more, and then what I want you to do is add any adjustments, change the font, play around with it until it looks nice and looks exactly how you want it to. If you haven't seen my video tutorial on how to edit text, then check that out. I have a tutorial on that on my channel, which may help a bit. Now I already have a template here which I have made for this. As you can see, I'm using this font called EdoSZ, and then I've got subscribe to more here, orange text with a nice bit of a shadow. Now using the preview window over here, I'm simply going to drag, click and move it down to the bottom of the screen. And then what this does is it allows some room in the middle for the cards to be placed. So we can now close this window on the text. And then on the timeline, we're going to drag the text out so it's the same length as the outro background. Go to the end, add a bit of a fade so it fades with the video. I also like to make sure the text cuts off a little bit before the background. It does just look a little bit nice, as you'll see here. And then I'm also going to fade the audio out at the bottom. And then the last thing, I want to fade the text in a bit, just like that. And then if we play from here, you'll be able to see the outro looks perfect.
He's just stealing the forest.
And then the end of the outro. Very nice, very clean, and hopefully it was easy for you guys to follow. It may seem a little bit more complicated because I have got a lot of tracks on this video at the moment, but all you really need to remember is you've got the audio on the bottom track, then you've got your background layer, and then your text on top. Each fading in, each fading out. Your audio, if you want, can have a fade in before it actually hits the drop. Now guys, I'll show you the next step once you've uploaded your YouTube video, how to add the actual cards. So guys, here we have the video. It's been uploaded and I am in the video manager section on all the options for this in particular video. You want to click up here on end screen and annotations. It'll bring you to this little window here where you can choose to add some of the cards, and as you can see, this end section here is where you can add the cards, which is the last 20 seconds of the video. If I move along a little bit here, just to where the outro starts, which you can see is here, we've now got the subscribe for more on the bottom. This is where we're going to add the cards. So I'm going to click add element here, video or playlist, and best for viewer. I would personally recommend choosing the best for viewer option, as it's just going to give the viewer the best recommendation, whereas if you were to choose a video yourself, it may not be the best recommendation for that viewer. So create that element. You can also add any other element you want and position them how you want. I'm going to position this here on screen. You can then add another element, so I'm going to add a subscribe button, just like so. And my last element, I'm going to add a channel, which is going to promote a second channel, which just happens to be this channel. So I know the channel URL for my channel is GamerBoy2204. I'm going to add a custom message here just saying subscribe to my second channel and create element. And then I'm going to drag that into a nicer position. And that's that pretty much sorted. If we preview now,
He's just stealing the forest.
we can see it looks really nice. If you hover over each bit, it does a little animation. You can click on the videos to watch more content there. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So that's where I'm going to finish off this video. If you did enjoy them, please leave a like. If it did help, leave a like. If you want to see more tutorials, then subscribe to my channel. Remember, if you haven't already checked out my main channel, then please do that. It helps a lot. And also, if you want to see any other tutorials, then recommend some tutorials down below in the comment section. But that is it, guys. So I'll see you next time. Bye.